It's too soon to be tired. I don't know who needs to hear that. I hope that encourages you. But it's way too soon to be tired. I've been in conversation recently with, I would call them the millennials or the next generation, having to take on the mantle and be the one to have Thanksgiving. But it's too soon to be tired. Thanksgiving isn't even here. And just think about how many years did you hear your grandmother or your aunties, cry and whine about it. But they did it. And I don't know what it is. I just am like, yo, we're not old enough to be crying and whining yet. Like, this is our, maybe, for most of the people I know around my age group, might be your 5th or 6th year having to handle Thanksgiving or the holidays. And I do want to acknowledge, though, that it's tough. Like, personalities and, getting everybody to play nice and getting everybody to participate is a lot of work. But I want you to know it's too soon to be tired, and you are called and chosen for this. I mean, not everybody is going to get the opportunity to be the leader. And I know some of y'all might be feeling like, yo, ask somebody else. Get somebody else to do that. And I have been there with you. But this is going to be my very first Thanksgiving without any grandmothers. And as I've gone through these emotions of really missing them, missing the wisdom, missing hearing them complain, it has been hard, very, very hard. I just don't know what else to say. That I get it. I'm not saying it's not valid, but I'm going to tell you, put on your big girl panties, know that your kids are watching, and know what you're doing it for. Really, put that anchor in place of why you're doing this. So my sister and I, we're seriously contemplating going out to dinner for Thanksgiving. Eddie V's and Carbone's. So for those of y'all that are looking for to go out to dinner, they have some really great Thanksgiving specials. And we were like, man, it comes out a lot less per person if we just go out to eat, especially right now with this rising inflation. But we did have to take into account that we wouldn't get the opportunity to bond. And it's not always pleasant. I mean, I'm going to be honest. My daughter probably doesn't want to be in the kitchen, just like I didn't want to be in the kitchen back then. But there's a lot of things that are taught. But there's also the things that are caught. And when you're with somebody in the kitchen, you catch things. You catch mannerisms. You catch how they handle things that aren't quite going their way. You get to catch some things that they may never be able to articulate to tell you. And more is caught than taught. But if you don't have the moments to catch it, how you gonna get it? My sister and I have a podcast called What Your Mama Didn't Teach You. And the premise of What Your Mama Didn't Teach You is surrounding a lot of things we're not taught. But we have to take some ownership too in the moments that we are running from, where we can catch the information that maybe someone doesn't have or hasn't said to us directly. Just like recipes. No one gives you the exact measurements, particularly when they're making food with love. And that's what I had to catch. I had to catch that you can't lose the love in this season. Otherwise, the food won't taste good. it won't taste good. You got to put the love in. So for all of you who are tired, I hope that I encourage you to know why you're doing it, and that you find some joy and happiness, and that you're able to stir in and mix in the love into the food that you're making this year. Alicia, that's what we are doing, going to a restaurant for Thanksgiving. Yes, if you could go to a restaurant, I'm all about it. I love it. But right now, that's just not in my cards right now. I'm looking forward to those days. But right now, I'm looking forward to my nieces and my daughter, particularly being in the kitchen with me so that they can catch the things that I'm not saying. So, too soon to be tired. Thanksgiving's not even here yet. But I encourage you to hold on just a little while longer and remember what you're doing it for. All right. Have a wonderful day.